Going into this season, knowing that this was going to be your last year playing with these guys, playing at this high school, what was your mentality coming into this season?
I just came in every game, just gave it all I got. And I wouldn't want to spend my year with anyone else but these guys. I love those guys. So I just played hard for me and them.
All right, buddy, once again, Father, keep bringing us to another game. I pray that we go out there. And the biggest thing we have, Father, keep us from getting any injury. He's now praying. Amen.
Amen. Yeah!
Make history, y'all boys. Hey, family on three, 1, 2, 3.
You're moving on.
Yeah.
You know, you're leaving these guys. You fell short of what you wanted to accomplish, but what did you take away as a player? What do you think made you better as you move on and continue to play?
The toughness, man. Toughness.
Well, yeah, you battle a toe injury in the season, yeah.
So I think the toughness played a big part. Being mentally tough, because it's days we work, you know, no days off. We went weeks, days, no rest, you know, so yeah, the mental toughness is the biggest thing I get from me.
How does being captain feel? What does that mean to you?
Being captain feels like I have to set the tone for everything that I do. So I think it runs off of me how good our team plays and how bad our team plays.
You have a reputation for never backing down from a challenge. You're kind of the tough guy on this team.
Yeah.
Where do you get that persona from? Is it something you've always had, or have you developed it with age?
I just developed it like growing up. Like I was playing at the park. Like, I never really played like travel ball when I was little. So like growing up at the park, playing with older boys, like got me tougher.
What do you think makes you such a dynamic player? What do you think separates you from any other player that you've come across?
I shoot the ball well. I can handle it. I'm athletic. I can finish above the rim. Just different things like that.
Speaking of going hard, you had an explosive game against Boyd Anderson, 17 points. How do you took that energy and you brought it to the Doral Academy game? Coming off of a game like that where you just put on for your city, for your country, for your team, for your school, did you kind of underestimate Doral Academy a little bit because you came off such a big game? Did you kind of say, I got this?
To be honest, we low-key, like, overestimated them. Like, we, like, over-prepared. Like we made it, like, act like they were better than they was, but they really wasn't.
So you started off a little slow this season, but you picked up at the right moment, at the right time. What was it about it that kind of shifted for you? Because, the injury's nagging, it's an ankle injury, it's annoying, and it kind of derails your season, but then you get it back on track. What was the deciding factor? When did it all change for you?
I want to say after, like, the 2017, like, going into 2018, I just felt like mentally, like, I changed. So I think it was all, like, a mental factor.
How are you feeling? What's going through your mind?
Just as a coach, I've kind of learned to watch the clock as least as possible until it gets down to the 3-minute mark, and for me, that's winning time. But just as a coach, especially in that game, when we did cut it to 4, their best player, he hit a 3-point shot. And I know it's just as a coach, I wanted to give that kid so much respect.
They're an underdog. They haven't made a state final at all. So you guys were kind of the favorites. I mean, you had the Cinderella season. You guys were meshing at the right time, clicking at the right time. And you come to these guys. Did part of you think, okay, we kind of got this. We got them?
The whole time I thought we had it. I was like, we got this.
Do you feel any regret? Do you feel like you could have done more? Is it like a thought in the back of you? Does it keep you up at night? Like, if I would have made that final shot, if I would have, hit that one free throw, maybe we could, have a state championship right now.
I'll be honest, I still feel like I could have done more, but I don't try to let it bother me too much because it can, really mess you up mentally.
Outside of falling short and not making it to that state final, do you have any regrets this season, or you feel like you played the best basketball of your career so far this season?
Yeah, this is the best season I've had out of all 4 years of high school.
Why do you think that is?
I played a bigger role on the team.
You're on the verge of history. You're on the verge of making that trip. What do you tell them? You walk into that locker room, what do you do? Are you pacing back and forth thinking, what am I going to say to these guys? You have seniors that are leaving.
Yeah.
They fell short. What's going through your mind? What words do you have for them?
I always tell the guys, I'm the worst speech giver on a losing situation. I don't know how to give losing speeches after you lose. What was going through my mind is we lost. I'm walking, the guy, he interviewed me, they were asking me questions. And as we were walking to the locker room, I saw one of the kids, Antoine, and, just he kind of made me get a little emotional than I wanted to get because he was kind of crying, and I'm like, oh man. I was just thinking about what I was going to say to him. Fellas, like I said, man, it's definitely one of those times, man. I just wanted to get y'all in here one last time, and this will be off basketball. And I told y'all this on Saturday, and I'm gonna tell y'all this today. It has nothing to do with basketball. Well, the first thing I would say, y'all, for whatever y'all do, man, for whatever y'all do from this point on in life, and make sure y'all be prepared to fight for it.
Your biggest regret this season? I think I know it, but
Not scoring more points. I feel like if I scored more points, we could have helped.
really,
Yeah.
that was the deciding factor. One of the deciding factors that could have made all the difference.
Of course.
And what is your biggest lesson? And what are you going to take away?
Don't take nothing for granted. I always work hard.
We walk out of here, everybody lift their heads up. Y'all change our facial expressions. Basketball don't stop. The world don't stop. We lost. That's tough. But let that shit go. For real. That's some tough stuff. That's y'all growing up and being men. Y'all let it go. It happens. It happens. Let it go. It's one game. Some people losing houses. Some people getting cars taken away. Some people getting their children taken away. Let that shit go. That's a game. It's a game and it's an entertainment sport. I'll let it go. If you go back and look at all the things that you did wrong, you eat yourself up inside. Trust me, I did it. Let it go. I'm telling you.
Take me to that locker room after the game. I mean, you guys overcame a lot this season. You know, 0-4 in your district, but then you win that game that changes everything. You beat Boyd Anderson. You go on to play Doral Academy, and it's just not enough. You know, that locker room between the Boyd game and the Doral game was probably night and day.
Yeah.
Take us in that room with you. What was it? Silence? Was it just anger? Was it frustration? Was it what was going on in that locker room?
It was everything combined. Once we first got in there, everybody was mad, punching the walls, crying their eyes out. And then once the coaches got in there, it was like real silent, dark, deep. Nobody really couldn't talk because we were so devastated after that loss.
Describe this season for me. I know that you fell short of probably what you wanted to accomplish, especially it being your last year, but how do you feel like it changed you as a player and most importantly, you know, as a man?
It was just a great experience. I learned a lot of things throughout the season. I just grew as an individual on and off the court.
In what ways?
Just being a leader, being able to just communicate more. It's just the things you learn on the court. It helps you like off the court.
This is their team. They've been here. They almost made it to a state final. They know they're capable of doing it, but now you have new guys that you have to kind of do that with. So what advice do you give them to embrace that, but also challenge it at the same time?
Just for the juniors, just think about that loss. When you started crying, all them tears, everybody looking down. Just think about that day. And you tell the new guys just, hey, we mean business here. We just lost our last game, and it really hurts.
Yeah, you know what, man, we lost it. All right, man. But I promise you one thing. That sun is gonna come up tomorrow.
True story.
Yep. Shit's gonna come up tomorrow,
True
fellas.
story.
And when that sun come up tomorrow, you better be knowing inside your mind what you're working towards. So now at the end of the day, fellas, yeah, we lost it, man. A lot of you guys gonna play a lot more basketball. Some of you guys gonna go on, you know what I'm saying, and have good college careers, whether it's academic, be entrepreneurs and everything like that. So don't just get caught up in one moment, a glimpse of your life. Trust me, man. It's gonna be a lot more, you know what I'm saying, high points inside your life. But from the bottom of my heart, man, like I tell every Northeast guy that's here, man, you guys went through a lot. For my seniors, man, to make it through us, man, you are prepared for anything inside the world. I'm telling you. True story. All the seniors who leave here, you talk to them, they'll come back and say, man, boy, if you make it through those guys, like, boy, dog, you ready for anything. So at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying, you guys had growth. And for the underclassmen, think about it. It's back on y'all now. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, these seniors, you know, they did the best any team that we ever had in the history here at Northeast High School. They got us the furthest. However, you know what I'm saying, it may not have been our time with this team. But now, y'all underclassmen, look what's going on. Look at the hard work it takes, man. For all y'all JV guys, look at the hard work that it takes, man. But like I say, fellas, thank you guys for everything, you know what I'm saying, every practice, you guys, pretty much you guys being humble, listen to everything we said, putting your backs on the wall, putting your bodies on line. I appreciate it on behalf of the coach staff from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it.
Yeah, let's pray. I definitely second that.
Yeah, let's pray, y'all. My hands. Well, thank you for letting us get through this game without no hurt, harm, or pain. Well, please watch over us as we go home. Give us traveling mercy. Let your angels guide us and protect us. But more importantly, Lord, please watch over these young men, guide their mind, and please, Lord, put your blessings on whatever their future's endeavor may be, and let us keep in mind that our most important goal is making it to heaven. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Hey, fellas, come on, let's get in here, let's get this Northeast. Y'all, let's change y'all face, y'all, let's get out of here, y'all, let's stand. Let's put our hands up, man, let's go. Come on, put our hands up, man. Come on, guys. Come on.
Family on 3, Northeast on 6. 1, 2, 3. Family. 4, 5, 6. Northeast.
I'm my brother's keeper, yeah, I got his back. I break bread with him, he won't never lack. And I get out the way when it's his time to shine. What's mine is his, what's his is mine. And we don't play around. My dogs up but stay down. My dogs care like the